Stream Elements said, happy to announce Cable 2 highlights, the best C2 streams edited to be smaller and more bingeable. Released every Tuesday. Subscribe here, https://cable2.net/highlights.
Shout out to our good friends at twitch.tv/schedule. Hi everybody. I'm not entirely sure if things will work right now, but it's great to be here. Welcome to the party. I am your party host for this evening. Hi. Welcome to the party. It's great to be here. So, I was coming up with concepts for what to do tonight, and I was doing some thinking, and I've been doing a lot of watching lately, and listening. I've been going what they call Sondheim mode lately. And so I've been thinking a lot about musicals and essentially craft involved with making them, and been thinking about film a lot as well. And I was
Stream Elements said, Cable 2 is now live.
Cable 2 is
streaming
now
Just
live.
Chatting, The Party, Epic Time.
Epic time, in my opinion. So yeah, I've been going through a lot of various shows and things, and watching a lot of movies, and thinking a lot about live streaming as a medium, and sort of the possibilities of that. And I think the way it primarily functions now, or kind of intrinsic to the medium, is it's kind of like theater or live television, with dealing with the language of film, because you have the ability to edit the image, and let me turn this down a little bit. You know what, maybe I can even find some different music. So yeah, just about juxtaposition.
You'll notice
of
sometimes
images.
if you stage, my fingers are like
My
this.
fingers
I'm
are
holding
like
it to
this.
my side very
I'm holding
suddenly,
it to
but
my
my
heart
fingers are like this.
suddenly,
This
but
is
my
a Silva
fingers are like
technique
this.
called the three fingers technique. Silva teaches you
three
to
fingers
train your
technique.
brain. So when you join your three fingers together like this, you instantly activate alpha waves, which puts you in a creative state. So when I'm on stage, I can
Activating
almost
alpha waves. Hi. This is a little more chill. So yeah, I've been thinking about Sondheim, I've been thinking about musicals as form and craft, thinking about live streaming, which has the spontaneity of theater sort of, but I think there are a lot of possibilities with it, and yeah, thinking about live cinema as an art. But anyways, this is I got off track with what I was saying. So I've been thinking about Sondheim. As you can see here. And I've been reading and watching a lot of interviews and reading them as well. And I'm thinking about Mr. Ham. And Sondheim basically grew up with him, Mr. Hammerstein, and essentially mentored him when he was very young, and essentially just very good friends with his family. And yeah, essentially mentored him when he was a kid and throughout his teenage years and as an adult. But I was thinking about an activity to do tonight. And what Mr. Ham said to Sondheim, that if you want to make musicals, a good way to get practice is to, actually let me trim this a little bit, is to essentially, before creating your own original work, you create 3 other ones technically, but it's 4 steps.
Porach said, yes, Trina time.
Trina time? Well, sort of. Trina isn't here right now. But I am. Hello, Rob Dunn. I am your party host for this evening. So, let's see. Let's open it up here. Basically, you're gonna create 4 plays. First is based on a play that he admired. The advice was to then create a play or a musical based on a play that he liked but thought was flawed. 3, based on an existing novel or short story that had never previously been dramatized or adapted. And the 4th one is an original. And I thought that was kind of an interesting exercise. I like following things with set rules and limitations to work within. And right now I am currently working on coming attractions, which is not happening tonight. Because I have been setting up my new computer, but I've been making progress, and the next one's gonna be really, really interesting, I think. I hope people will like it. But yeah, so I'm working on coming attractions right now. But I've also been thinking about live cinema a lot, and really kind of thinking about possibilities. Not necessarily just live, as I have a few ideas. But I thought I would try this, and I would make a few changes. Movie. We're going to take this and we're going to apply it to movie form, because I think I'm largely interested in audiovisual, or film has an audiovisual medium, basically constructing for effect.
Tetrachrome said,
Hi.
"Hey, I'm here for the party. I'm not too early, am I?"
You're right on time.
Tetrachrome
Welcome.
said, "I brought cream soda."
Okay, now this is epic, in my opinion. I love it when cream soda happens. I love it when soda happens. So yeah, basically I am taking this as an idea and applying it, because I'm also, like as I was kind of saying, interested in film largely as an audiovisual medium. Not so. I mean, I like narrative in plot as a construct, but not so much interested in story on that level. So primarily constructing through visual form and music in kind of a way that musicals work. But I'm interested in doing musicals as well. But yeah, I like visual form. I like music. I want to start making music, maybe. But yeah, I would like to focus on the idea of maybe making musicals for now, or I have a specific thing in my brain of what I want to make, essentially. I mean, I'm not very strict whatever I'm making is sort of contained within itself, and I have specific things that I like, but basically the form will follow whatever I'm interested in doing with any individual work. But this is a very long introduction to say this is what we're going to be doing today. After coming attractions, I would like to start focusing on movies a little bit. In addition to my streams. Not that coming attractions episodes aren't movies in their own way, but you know what I mean. Full-length features. So basically we're going to be following these rules today to kind of construct some general ideas. How does that sound? So let's start. Make this a little
Porach
smaller here.
said, "Okay, now this sounds epic."
Okay, now this sounds epic. Based on a movie or play admired. I'll fix it. Based on a movie or play I admire. I mean, I could technically fit my my current film idea for my first film that I'm largely interested in doing, which is keep in mind this is entirely prefacing this with this is entirely fictional. And it's also kind of in conjunction with some ideas for, if you've seen the Chrysanthemum special, and in an upcoming episode of Coming Attractions, starring a Cable 2 star mystery, that's all, I think, relevant thematically to what I want to do with this, which is, it's a movie that's basically about, it's kind of a late 80s, early 90s period piece, and it's about, I'm always kind of nervous to say this stuff, again, this is all fiction, basically it's about an amateur newscaster who is kind of obsessed with Ted Turner and plans some sort of attack on early 90s CNN Center. I think they moved at like 92 to CNN Center, so it'd be around that time. But yeah, and it's kind of adjacent to Taxi Driver and some other films, largely experimental audio-visual thing, dealing with working within diegetically constructed hyper-realistic fake documentary stuff, like observational cinema in combination with very classic news broadcast in kind of like an amateur construction way. And I want to do like these maybe intertitles isn't quite the right word, but you know the animations in Hitchhiker's Guide? I want to do kind of like that, but with kind of like those paint box news graphics. Anyways, that's a lot of ideas, but it's also working with stuff like Emergency Broadcast Network, kind of their video collage stuff and general way that they compose stuff. And I want to use a lot of like the editing techniques of like modern YouTube, I suppose, like YTP type stuff. Very, I mean, it's the thing is that as a fake documentary, I'm still working out the details specifically, but it's also sorry, I'm nervous talking. But it's kind of like I lost my train of thought. But anyways, yeah, it's like diegetically constructed.
Love this so much.
Cause it's sort of like a demo reel, not exactly. It's like sort of like a tape that's gonna be, submitted. So everything that you're seeing is intentionally edited and constructed. So, in the way that, documentaries are constructed, and you create fiction and narrative through construction. And it's similar, because I think about this a lot in Matt Johnson's work. If you're familiar, if any of you are out there are familiar with it, because I think he works a lot in that realm of doing that, and I think it kind of lends itself to this self-mythologizing, which I find very interesting in a lot of ways, especially in terms of people who are planning forms of radical acts in their mind. So that's basically it. It's about a newscaster who it's very taxi driver-ish in my mind. I mean, it's hard to avoid that connection. Not that I would want to. I don't believe in stealing as a negative thing, rather than just everything is reconstructed from other pieces, and all imagery can be traced back forever. But yeah, I guess it's sort of an update of that. And there's a single Grant Morrison comic. Shout out to Aaron, by the way. St. Swithin's Day, which is very similar construction and visual stuff to what I'm thinking. Although I think these are more looking for like literal adaptions of things and turning them into musicals, which is different process and different meaning. But we're transforming this here. So let's do taxi. Let's just type in the name of them. And it's a combination of other things too. Like I think about Man Bites Dog a lot, and similar films of that nature. My brain's not working, but based on a movie or play that I liked but thought was flawed. I've been trying to think about this because it's kind of hard in that I really like everything. And if I don't like something, I can find ways to convince myself to like it. I'm trying to think of any specific standouts in my mind. Well, one is okay, we maybe have two possibilities here. One is let me look at the name of it. The first one. Well, the first one is, one second, I can't see my mouse. It's disappeared. My cursor has disappeared. And it's very warm in here. There we go. Yes. So, first one is Dear Evan Hansen. And I know it has a lot of flack. Gets a lot of flack, but I think it's pretty good. At least conceptually. I think it's very... It has the potential to be very classic farcy. It's like a very good setup. And I think it has some good moments. Like, I generally like everything they got going in terms of general ideas. But I think it's a matter of not exactly wanting to commit to the, I don't know, playing into the darkness of it as a concept. Because I think, I mean, it does. It's just trying to think of a way to articulate this well. It has fun with it as well, but I don't know. Just could be more, I suppose, structurally tight is a good word, and to kind of, you could get a lot more emotional effect out of it in different ways. So there's that. And I was watching this movie maybe a couple weeks ago, which I think I have seen before when I was younger. XY and Z with Liz Taylor and Michael Caine and other people, but it's trying to think of a way to concisely say this. It's a very good movie with a lot of very aggressive, angry, hurt people, and it's very funny and it's I like it very much, but I just it has this really good the opening and ending credits have this interesting kind of formal thing going on with I think it's like these superimposed shots, but largely I just didn't find it particularly visually interesting, and I felt like it could be a little bit tighter with something the narrative, although I'm not that interested in narrative, but just kind of wish it could be articulated a little bit better for emotional effect. But it's good. Michael Caine's a little bit scary and a little bit he plays a very mean guy in the movie, and I think it's he's good at it. It just so yeah, one of those two I think would be fun to do versions of. The latter is, I forgot the name exactly, so it was about, it's, sorry, there's a sound. But yeah, it's, yeah, it's about this married couple, Liz Taylor and Michael Caine, and Michael Caine's having an affair with this sort of a mutual friend of ours, and it just gets into it escalates a bit, and I think it's similar to my mind in, as Dear Evan Hansen, that they probably do better with kind of a more defined, kind of almost Farsi kind of structure. So maybe I could mark that down if I can find my cursor again. Another thing I've been thinking about, on a movie or play I admire, I kind of like the idea of trying to find my cursor back to OBS. Adapting Sarah Kane's works. One moment, please. I am having some technical difficulties. A lot. I'm trapped. Aha. We could just... I wish I could have more interesting visuals right now. So we may have to end this early. Just so I can try to see what's going on with my computer. And this definitely will not happen next time. But we'll talk it out for the rest of the time. Here, let me... I wonder if I can... Problem is I can't see to unlock it. My cursor disappeared. It did this earlier too. Well, I had some other program.
Porach said, "Love this so much so far. Wonderful concepts."
Thank you. I've also been thinking a lot about Sarah Kane's works, and it would be cool to do some kind of musical adaptation of one of them, because you know what they say about when your emotions are too big for words, you sing. And I think there are a lot of very big emotions in her works. I kind of like the idea of doing kind of a musical version of Blasted, which is a play that I really love. And I would love to do it. And it's only, I think, 3 parts. Cleansed would also be, I think, very good. I like the way that is often staged. Yeah, I would like that very much. Yeah, it would be cool to do, maybe as a live adaptation, at some point when I start doing in-person movies. You know what I've always kind of wanted to do? Is I want to do an adaptation of Blasted. with Rocco from Mega 64. Because I think all of those guys, which, I mean, that's not because of anything with him, it's just, I feel like he has, like he can kind of play to that personality well. But yeah, I was saying, I just think that would be very, very, very cool. I would like to do musicals for cable too, a lot. Shout out to the ticker and the welcome to the party sign that are keeping the visuals interesting tonight. Shout out to Sondheim and the Ham. And yeah. Maybe I could also try because I also got a laptop that can also handle streaming, so maybe better try this over there. But anyways, next one is one that hasn't been fully adapted yet into a musical or film. And I know Sarah Kane's talked about her works and that shouldn't be like pre-recorded film, or it's primarily not made for that form, but I think live cinema is appropriate in that case. And also I think anything can be transformed into whatever shape. Anyways, third one, that thing. Maybe I'll make that. Mine has not been currently adapted to film or musical. And then for the last one, an original. I've had a concept for a while. That's about kind of like this aging character actor who is known for playing like these really intense kind of villain roles, kind of, and essentially is stalked by a guy in seminary school studying to become a priest. And it's called Cinema Sins. How's that? I also have this thing in my mind. It's kind of like Alan Clark, Perfect Blue, mix of various stuff. Very experimental thing about a group of actors filming a TV show. It's that it like takes place in kind of like a boarding school, and it's kind of very complex thing. It's very musical, very very blended reality, and also kind of leaning into that thing between, as I was mentioning earlier, like the fake documentary style, hyper-realistic thing, combining that with like film footage and kind of very dreamlike, I know I already said Perfect Blue, even though, but yeah, I'd like to do that very much as well. I still cannot see my cursor, but since we had a couple of minutes before this, before everything broke again, we're getting close to an hour, I think. So I basically have all those thoughts down. I'm thinking a lot about movies and musicals, and yeah. What I really like about documentary footage and movies and stuff like that is thinking a lot about staging and the way bodies move in a space, and how to move and position the human body when it's the primary form of it's like the external representation of the internal. So I think about that a lot with film inherently and everything. I love movies a lot, and I love musicals, and I'm very excited about things as a general state, I would say. I think I maybe come off as a little intense sometimes because I talk about stuff a lot, and often repeat concepts frequently. I don't know. As I like to say, all the art that you want to make is made of pieces that exist now. And I see so many people everywhere on, social media, or just that I talk to, who really feel kind of limited by the state of the industry, or are otherwise disillusioned by, people go, oh, there's no artists anymore. There's no room for anything that's not corporate. I don't know. I think everything's art, and I think that stuff is art. I think the stuff I want to make is art. People act like there's no outlet for anything, but it's all here. It's all happening now. I think the hardest thing sometimes is that we get to see everything kind of happening in real time, instead of just being able to look back and go, look at all of this amazing art that was made and constructed by tons and tons of people, and they don't make it like that anymore. But as long as there are people here who are interested in art and craft, and who kind of make the decision to put something out there in the world, there will always be art. There will always be film, no matter how much it evolves. It's only a not even 150-year-old medium. Everything's evolving. We're in the beginning of this medium's infancy. The world is exciting, and there's a whole lot out there. And maybe that's the note I'll leave you on today. I'm not sure if I can switch to the end card when I can't see my cursor, but we'll give it a try. Say goodbye to Sondheim. Say goodbye to Mr. Ham. And say goodbye to our party host. I promise next week's show will be more visually interesting and new coming attractions coming soon. Have a good
Porach.
weekend, everybody.
Said.
And
Encore, encore. Thank you and goodbye.
thank you, Rob Tom. We got a bunch of shows coming this weekend. I hope you all catch the stream earlier. If not, I already exported it to the VOD channel. So go check it out. And yeah, we got Happy Lab Accidents. And we got some Warp Zone. And then a whole new week coming up with a new schedule by, I think, Millennium Cyborgs up this week. And a whole new week. A whole new world of cable too. Sorry for the broken visuals again. I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Oh, now it decides to come back. One moment, please. Now my cursor decides to come back at the very end of the show. Here, let me, I'll just type it out really quickly. Hurricane Blasted. Oh yeah, and there's a couple adaptations of some Henry James books that I liked. Or Innocence, or movie. How's that? At least now I know the fix. Just click on something. Bye, everybody.